of some technical difficulties. Was using the phone to obviously go on the live one rather than just recording it normally. But I wanted to talk about this particular story. And by the way, a happy Juma prayers to all the Muslims around the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. And by the way, guys, don't forget to like and that I had come upon, which I thought was really interesting, of gangsters from the northern side of California. And the person that is, well, the antagonist or the upcoming rapper, Lefty Gunplay. Okay, he is considered a Sureno gang member and also an up and coming rapper in LA, which, as you guys know, have a little bit of a gangster persona in order for you to garner a certain clout or a certain attention. In this case, obviously, if you are within the genre of LA gangster rap, it's very conducive to the career of Lefty Gunplay. So, a little backstory. He goes into this podcast with a couple of Crips from, I believe, Compton or of obviously somewhere in the Southern California area. Now, what is important about this story to understand is that he went and dissed Nate Diaz. By the way, he also talks about going to a Kevin Gates party in New Mexico where he met John Jones. But in the midst of that, that same conversation also led to him saying, hey, you know what? I would love to go and fight Nate Diaz. And said something to the effect of, no, actually, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go squabble with him because he's got hands and he's probably way more dangerous than John Jones. Obviously, a way for him to show a little bit of respect for his fellow raza, even though he's a northerner and he is a southerner. Now, here's the thing you got to understand, though. Yes, there is that history that goes on with the northerners and the southerners in that particular mind space, right? But the one thing you got to understand is that Nate Diaz is not a gang member. Now, why would Lefty Gunplay say this? Well, as the title of the video says exactly as what I mean, I'm going to try to explain is that people who are not in a combat sports realm or don't know these fighters are going to put them in a box just because of the over misrepresentation of fighters and sometimes just the overall stereotype that you have of them. Obviously, you look at Nate Diaz, he looks like a straight up Northaniel. Let's just be honest about it. But is he really? Probably not. He's the type of guy that stayed in the gym, did what he needed to do, and that's exactly why he got to where he was at today. So this is the most objective take that you guys can really take from this particular matter and this quite really interesting story of quote unquote Nate Diaz being dissed by a Southern California rapper. And speaking of staying in gyms, how about the fact that Tyson Fury and, Usyk is off because he got cut while he was in the gym. Now, this is a very unfortunate turn. I think both of them should be stripped. And I'm going to make a separate video on that matter and discuss it further of why I think both Usyk and Tyson Fury should be stripped for this particular matter.